And when we last met, we witnessed our friends here toppling their canoe over, which gave you a bit of a start, I think.
Yes.
Anyway, this is something we hope doesn't happen to folks on the 24th of May weekend when they're out boating, but it could happen, and if it does, we'd like you to know how to get out of this situation. And with me, behind me, is Wayne Young of the Red Cross. And Wayne, why don't you just tell us now how we go about extricating ourselves from this situation?
All right, Karl. First of all, as you can see, the guys were wearing their PFD, and that's the #1 priority whenever you go boating. Wear your PFD.
Personal flotation device.
Personal flotation device, that's right.
Yeah,
now, when they hit the water, as you can see, they didn't panic. They stayed with the craft. Now, what the gentlemen are doing here now, they're moving themselves around to what we call the amidship, and they're crawling into the craft. Now, any craft under 5.5 meters and less will not sink.
Okay.
So as you can see, they're crawling inside the craft.
They're getting into a canoe that's full of water.
That's right. Now, they're safer there than trying to swim for it. Right now, this water is basically liquid ice. And if they tried to swim for it, hypothermia is going to set in fairly quickly. So what they're planning on doing here is paddling themselves ashore while staying in the craft. Now, this is the safest route for them and safest place for them to be in.
Well, I guess that's something that a lot of folks wouldn't have thought of, actually getting inside a canoe that's full of water.
Most people tend to panic when they hit cold water. And without the PFD on, unfortunately what ends up happening, your first gasp of air will end up being water. And they tend not to recover after that.
Okay, so they're in safely. Now, Wayne, what are some of the other things that we should be keeping in mind for this weekend if you're out boating?
Well, first of all, like we said before, wear your PFD if you're going out. Second of all, don't go standing up in a craft. Your center of balance will be too high and you could end up going overboard.
Yeah.
Try and find out some information about the area you're going into if you're not familiar with the waters.
Yeah.
And if the weather conditions don't cooperate with you, don't take the chance.
Okay, Wayne, thanks for the helpful information. Very interesting as usual, and we hope you all are safe out there this weekend. And by the way, thanks to the 6th St. John's Ventures for helping us out with our demonstration.